Hello everyone. I thought today would be a good opportunity to practice some English idioms that are common. These will help you speak more fluently in conversations, in normal everyday conversations. Let's get started. First I have a story, so I'll read the story and try to identify some idioms that you hear and see, and also try and think of why these idioms might be being used, as well as their meaning. All right, the story. It's two people talking. It's a dialogue. How on earth did you manage to get here so quickly? We steered clear of the main roads. Traffic is terrible at this time of day. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Traffic can be a nightmare. Yeah, the only bad thing was we got a flat tire out of the blue. I was able to fix it pretty quickly, though. All right. How much of that did you understand? I'm hoping some of these are new to you. Let's take a look at the first sentence. How on earth did you manage to get here so quickly? Can you identify the idiom in this sentence? How on earth? So when and why might we be using this expression, how on earth? And what does it signify? How on earth is used to emphasize a question when you are angry or surprised or cannot think of an obvious answer. So for example, how on earth did you pass that exam? I would say that if I was surprised someone passed an exam. We also say why on earth to express some surprise or some anger towards someone or a situation. For example, why on earth are you shouting at me? It adds that emphasis to the question. Or why on earth did you spend $500 on a pizza? Why on earth? All right, let's look at the next sentence. We steered clear of the main roads. Traffic is terrible at this time of day. Where is the idiom in this sentence? It's steer clear. We also say stay clear, depending on your preference. In these exercises, I use steer clear. So the usage of steer clear, I went quickly there, is to take care to avoid something or somebody because it or they may cause problems. So steer clear of the main roads, traffic is terrible. You want to avoid that situation. Some other examples are, I would steer clear from Mom today. She's in a terrible mood. And steer clear of the pasta salad. It's awful. Avoid it. Third sentence in that story, well, that makes a lot of sense. Traffic can be a nightmare. Where's the idiom? This one is simpler than you might think. Makes a lot of sense. Now, when and why might we use this idiom? For what purpose? It's to add emphasis to a situation that the decision might be practical and a logical thing to do. Something that makes sense makes a lot of sense. Some examples are, it makes a lot of sense to buy now while houses are cheap. And I'm going to brush my teeth after I drink my OJ. That makes a lot of sense. If you drink orange juice after brushing your teeth, it will taste terrible. So I would brush my teeth after drinking the orange juice. The last sentence, yeah, the only bad thing was we got a flat tire out of the blue. I was able to fix it pretty quick, though. Where's the idiom in this sentence? It's out of the blue. Now, what might out of the blue mean? And why and when would we use it? Out of the blue is used to describe a situation or an event that happens suddenly and unexpectedly. You weren't expecting it to happen. For example, my mom just arrived out of the blue. She showed up at my house and I wasn't expecting it. I was walking to class when out of the blue, a ball fell out of the sky. Crazy, right? Out of the blue. Okay, next we'll do a little bit of practice using the idioms we just learned. Read the sentence and complete the sentence with one of the idioms. My uncle arrived just after we got home last night. Which idiom goes here? The idiom is out of the blue. My uncle arrived out of the blue just after we got home last night. Next. Is your brother going to buy a car if he has no money? What idiom starts off that question? The idiom is how on earth. How on earth is your brother going to buy a car if he has no money? Next. To go to the gym when you're trying to lose weight. Which idiom goes here? It makes a lot of sense to go to the gym when you're trying to lose weight. It does make sense. Easier said than done if you're busy like I am. You should of that part of town in the future. It's quite dangerous. You should steer clear of that part of town in the future. It's quite dangerous. I hope you did well on these exercises and that you use them in the future. If you're interested in increasing your learning of the English language quicker, make sure to sign up for classes on verbling.com. The link is in the bottom of the video, and I'll see you next time. And that concludes the video today. As always, please subscribe to my channel, and if you found this video useful, make sure to give it a like. If you have any ideas for videos that you would like, make sure to leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.